call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through our ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Amen.
Remember that you are water. Cry, cleanse, flow, release. Remember that you are fire. Transmute, adapt, ignite, inspire. Remember that you are air. Observe, breathe, focus, decide. Remember that you are earth. Ground, heal, build, and nourish. So our topic tonight is our pre-birth plan. And the 7 steps that we go through, I wrote them down as it was going on, was actually matching the way that my life unfolded. It all starts with a decision to do this, that life is not satisfying anymore. The way it is, you get up, you go to sleep, you eat, you go to work. Mundane world. It gets old and tiring, and all kinds of events happen that take us to our knees. Other times it's beautiful and holy and quiet. It's our choice. Now, although we knew before we came in about what we came to learn, as we birthed into the body, our memory was blocked. We had to go through this from A to Z without anything else being known to us. So we would stick to our decision or not. We have every right to change our mind. But then when we go back on the other side, we'll say, uh-oh, I'm coming back because I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Those that we call an old soul is someone who aggressively has incarnated as many times as they could, with very little time on the other side, according to Earth time. I don't know the equivalency on the other side where there is no time. But we came back into history at certain times to experience what was going to happen with full knowledge before we step into this body. So that decision that we make is all according to really what we want. Do we want to fully know ourselves, to become the god or goddess? Do we truly want to know everything about life? Our soul does. Our personalities that we choose for that lifetime would actually make it happen. But sometimes we just chicken out. It's too much, too fast. But your higher self knows it wouldn't have been. It's just that we get tired. We get tired of the stress, and especially those that came in with very difficult lessons that we wanted to learn. The second part was embracing duality, the positive and negative. This part of life, it's like a friction, right? It's constantly a friction between the positive and the negative. And that's what's rubbing the diamond until it's sparkling, clean, and beautiful. We have to go through these things. Otherwise, how do we know anything? How do we learn unless we experience life in all of its rawness, in all of its beauty. The good part is our higher self usually makes spaces between the difficult times and the times that are peaceful. And sometimes the times that are peaceful last for a long time, and you think, you know what? I think I'm there. I think I reached my potential. And then your higher self says, back to work. Never say you're done, even though you feel done sometimes, so that you don't have to trigger your higher self to get you moving again. This constant duality has been a very difficult journey. It really is. It takes somebody very, very strong to want to go through this schoolroom. And I can say myself, I've taken some very tough roads in order to become who I am today. I don't regret anything. I don't want to go back through it again, that's for sure. And neither would you. The path of compassion, it absolutely needs you to be a forgiver, someone who forgives no matter what has happened. Jesus tried to teach us this. If somebody asks anything of you, give them more than they ask for. Go the extra mile. Do more than you're asked for, because you don't know the story of why they came and why they asked for something. Did you owe it to them? Is this something from your past? We wrote a tough script. We're the strongest of the strong. And we will come to our potential. We just have to stick to it and never give up. The greatest days of your life is when that duality hits you and you go through an experience that takes you to your knees. Because in that holy moment, you're learning something you had not yet mastered. Is it about forgiveness? Is it about paying a debt that you owed to someone who you didn't even know in this lifetime? We don't know the whole story. We're cloaked on purpose so that we can go through the experience purely. Otherwise, if we already know, we would get that mind of ours going and figure out a way around it. And that's not going to help us. We needed to go through it. Nobody says it's easy, but it's necessary. And then the peace that passes understanding will be yours as you empty out the past and master the things that you haven't yet. And when you pay your debts and no longer owe anything to anyone, that is when life never turns around again into the duality. You'll raise above that into the fifth dimension. The third step is pre-selected family and friends. We've talked about this a lot in the forum, about how the people in your life have been in your life before. They've come and they've gone. They've been all kinds of parts that they played in your life. They know you well and you know them well. And you're serving each other by coming back, knowing where the buttons are, knowing what part you signed up for. That's why we can't judge people as bad or good. It's what part are they playing to serve humanity? Once we understand this, we stop this judgment when people go through what they do, when they bring us through what we do. We don't know the karmic past we have with them. We don't know what they're doing and what they wrote a contract with us for. You see, we don't know. So in acceptance, with grace, we go through everything. Keep asking God to show us the way. Ask God for guidance. Trust that you are going through a wonderful experience, not what we call bad. So these people in our families, sometimes our families are the most difficult people in our life to deal with. And sometimes it's the people we call friends that turn on us. People get married and their husbands and the wives, somebody doesn't work out after a while. It becomes a war zone. What is it? What is the part you play? And what is the part of the others in your life? How do we know? By the experiences we have. But each time you have an experience, if you choose to forgive for the pain and suffering, you will see them in a completely different light. Now, sometimes the contract is over, and that's when you shake hands and go on your way. Other times you are to stay together, and you'll fall back in love with this person because you forgave them for playing the part so well and not giving up until they accomplish what they came to do for you. Look at everybody as if you're looking at a mirror of yourself. The pain you see in others is your pain. If they see it in you, whatever it is they see in you, if they make a judgment call, if you know that that's not true, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to let it hurt you. Because if you know who you are inside you, nobody can take that away from you. They can say anything they want, and you can stand, and in your mind you think namaste to you. You don't want to attack. You don't want to defend yourself if you know who you are. The greatest teachers on earth, they could tell you the same story. So life, achievements and challenges, it isn't as the world perceives the achievements. Oh, I got a promotion. Oh, I have a PhD. Oh, I'm so important in the world. Oh, I'm so rich. It isn't that. To me, achievements is going step by step up the ladder into your possible highest step of achieving potential. That's an achievement to me. How much more can I love? How much more can I be still and know who I am? How can I stand in a crowd of crazy screaming people and just send light and not get drawn into that energy? This is achievement, true achievement, where you can get beyond your limitations, where you can say, I'm not going to do this anymore and trip myself up. I'm going to change the way I do it. I'm going to be still and peaceful. Or if you're always very quiet and not saying a word, I'm going to get more involved. I'm going to learn to laugh more. I'm going to get involved with people and enjoy them and look at the beauty in them, seeing a reflection of myself. That is true achievement. And the challenges I don't look at as a challenge. I look at it as an opportunity to grow. Years ago, when I was a young person, I saw it as a challenge. But as I went through my life and I saw what happened after I achieved understanding, and I went through the pain and suffering of it and let it go and forgave myself first and then others, I realized We're all dancing together. We're all doing our part in this incredible play. It isn't like a child's play. This is our soul growing, getting ready for another level of understanding and consciousness, achieving a higher frequency that opens us up to the universe and the understanding of it and what it does for us. The journey of growth and ascension. If we don't choose to surrender, if we don't choose to be flexible and allow ourselves to try new things when things are not working out, we extend the suffering. People say, mostly the men that I've worked with, they've say to me, look, this is the way I've always been. This is who I am. I don't want to change. And my answer to that is, are you happy being who you've always been? And they just stare at me because they wouldn't have come to me for help if they were happy with themselves and their life. You see? Women are a little more flexible. Some are a little stubborn and don't believe that they could possibly have written their script this way, that they would owe people. I was one of them. And boy, did I learn another way. Because if you look at yourself as a victim, then you're going to be a victim. But if you look at yourself as an opportunity for growth person, that every time something happens, you just open yourself up to ask the question inside, what is going on? What am I to learn from this? What am I missing? Because right now I don't get it. And the more you ask your higher self, the more the understanding will come to you. What the answer always was from my higher self was just feel it for what it feels like and deal with those feelings immediately while you're charged, while you're in it, while the suffering is coming up or the fear. Raw fear in unto itself is one of the biggest stepping stones for anybody to get beyond. We learned to be fearful so we could save our life and get out of Dodge when things were going wrong. We don't have anything to fear but what we hold inside us and not get rid of, so that we don't have to keep going through these events that are what we call painful. It's all a choice. Stay the same and see life play out the same way, or be willing to be free. Choose wisely. So the purpose of healing karma. Some people do not believe in this. They don't believe that we have any debts that we haven't paid along the way. But I tell you, we have debts. People have done wonderful, wonderful things, saved our life and rescued us from ourselves and stayed with us when no one else did over the centuries. We owe them. We owe them love and light and kindness and respect for what they were willing to do for us. Do we know this consciously? No. But if we open ourselves up to the possibility that we could owe somebody something, we won't struggle so in our life. We will just go with the flow of our life and allow things to happen Forgive and let it go. Or we struggle. We struggle because we label ourselves a victim. We are not victims. But if you believe that, then you'll always be a victim of something or someone. Your consciousness dictates your life experience. Remember that. So the law of cause and effect is exactly that. The karma, whatever you've put out into the universe, comes back to you, not to hurt you or harm you, to show you what it felt like when you sent that out. I call it miscreations. And those miscreations have to come back to us to actually purify. It comes back, we suffer through our own karmic return, and then we bless it and let it go into the light. The violet fire that's all around you inside your Merkaba takes that light and translates it into pure energy again. It comes back to the sender, pure and ready to be used for the purposes that it was meant for creation of good, light, love, respect for life. Choosing how many lifetimes. Now, the truth is, we did do this. We had a whole plan worked out. Our soul was right on the money of what we were going to do. And then we fail over and over and over to accomplish even 1/3 of what we came in to do. So we go back to the other side and go, okay, yep, we got to come back. And we continue to do this over and over again. I've had people tell me this was their first incarnation, but I could see their Akashic record. That was not the case. I don't think they wanted to be identified as an earthling, but that's okay. It's a long and wonderful journey. It is. When you look back and you see who you are today in comparison to that angry teenager or that very belligerent child or a young adult who thought they knew everything and nobody was as smart as they were. Yeah, we've come a long ways because the more I learn, the more I realize how little I know. It's true. But do you realize you don't have to know everything? Seeking knowledge that we can even hold within our fields is a tiny little thimble compared to being connected to your divine self. Opening up your intuition, allowing that flow to come through so you can speak your own higher self out into the world, so that you can see that part of yourself that is divine. That's where you're going. Don't ever give up. You will have days that you'll say to yourself, okay, I blew it today. But that's okay, because tomorrow you'll do better if you choose to. Nobody has to do anything. Can you imagine? Nobody tells you what to do. Not your higher self. Only suggestions are offered. Take it or leave it. When I hear people saying it's going to be my way or the highway, I go, oops, it's going to be the highway. Because if the universe doesn't support you, nobody will. It'll all fall apart right in front of you. And you'll say, well, that's okay. I'll start over. And I say, good. That's the spirit. But let's start over with a different mindset. That in our divine self is everything. But first we must seek the kingdom of God so that all else can be added unto you. If you try to do it the other way, you're rushing forward with your great ideas and you're out there pushing for it, but you forgot God was involved. Good luck, because timing is everything. When you keep seeking your higher self to guide you and show you the way, you will get where you're going. You will fulfill your plan. You will be the light in the world, radiant and beautiful, supporting all life around you, because the radiance of your light will lift them, bless them, transform them. They have to do the work to unload the heavier stuff, but you gave them a boost to get better, to do more, to maybe even move up an increment so they can see with the eyes that see and hear with the ears that hear. There is so much to the journey, so much to witness in yourself, so much to forgive, and so much to come to understand. But as you do it each day of your life, and thank God, no matter what went on that day, God never leaves you. It's you that disconnects and gets all caught up in the drama. God watches his children with love. Your own higher self absolutely adores you and wants you to rise up and reach your potential of being your higher self, literally being your higher self, Christed in the light of God. You know, a big part of this whole journey is when you look at life like a child does, really understanding they don't know what's coming, what the story is. They're thirsty for knowledge. Come unto me, God said, as children, not childish, but innocent, seeking knowledge, realizing there's so much more to know and to learn and to emulate that is beautiful and holy and sacred. That's why it's so important not to fill yourself with trivias, not to fill yourself with all kinds of drama of other people's lives. You've got your own life to unfold. You've got your own life to figure out, to feel on the deepest levels, to unfold that flower that you are. Watch nature. It will teach you so much about this, how everything happens in its season, in a timely manner. Everything happens in its own flow. How do the birds know when to migrate? How do the animals know when to go underground or to get enough food to get them through the winter? How do they know this? Are they smarter than us? Or are they connected to their divine guidance? We need to reconnect. That flow is always there available to you. Reconnect to who you really are, not to the limited human. There will be a time, if you keep on this path of ascension, make that choice, that you will no longer be going through this human experience, but you'll be right here, feet on the ground, living in a 5D world that doesn't include all the drama that we're seeing playing out in the world today. It's all up to you to make that choice, to make the changes necessary. Just tweak things. Don't do anything big and dramatic. Do things slowly and gently. Love yourself enough. It's like instead of going on a starvation diet, you just fast a little bit longer before you have another meal. Spread your meals out. Make them smaller. Do things in a gentle, loving way so that your body doesn't go into shock. It's doing everything it can to keep us going forward, to keep us evolving. But we have to cooperate. No matter what happens around you, keep your eyes wide open. Be as wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. All of this is true. You don't have to bark your own story out there. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just have to believe who you are and rest in it and be joyous for it. That is the life of a master. And that can be yours. So tonight, our pre-birth plan was the topic. And I hope that between the video and what was said here and the questions that were asked, that you have a more precise understanding of how come your life is what it is. That you understand that everything that happens out there is because of what we believe and hold in here. As we change the laws that we wrote and the limitations and the fear, our life will reflect that. It's that simple. And until we choose to do that, we're going to find out there's going to be parts of our life that isn't going to be what we would hope it to be. When you have body pain, deal with it. Put light into it. Don't ignore it or wish it away or take medicine to stop the pain. That is your signal that you have blocked energy there. And then ask that part of your body, what is it? What am I holding here? What do I feel? And if you feel sad, deal with the sadness. If you feel angry, deal with the anger. Your body's going to help you to heal on an emotional level, on a mental level, and then it heals on the physical level. That's the last place it's going to heal. It's the most complex, solid part of you. The rest of you has to heal first inside. You need to breathe deeply. Breathe all the time, consciously. You need to stay in your center. Don't allow anything to shake you out of your center. You made the plan that you're living. If it isn't working out the way you thought it would be, you need to sit down and reflect. What am I doing? Well, am I on my path? Am I where I came in to be? And ask your higher self, always reflect back to your higher self. What is it that I need to do right now? Do I need to stay in the holy moment? Or do I need to dream my dream? What do I need to do? Do I have body pain or physical ailments that I need to deal with right now? Deal with them. Deal with them. Because what you'll do is free up the energy that's causing the physical situation. Doctors can tell you how sick you are, but if you in your heart do not believe and identify with that limitation, because you know you're much more than just your body, it won't affect you the way that they tell you it's going to. I am the living proof of that. My doctors do not understand how I can manage all the physical stuff that I have. And I don't look at myself as being someone who has issues. I concentrate on the spiritual end of my life. And I take good care of myself as well. Learn moderation in everything. If you can live in a middle line, not getting so excited and happy that you blow off the top of your head, or get yourself so depressed that it takes a week to pull yourself out of it. Stay in the middle. Breathe yourself right into center if you're out of sorts. Sometimes even laughter is a purge because you don't want to go into the cry. Allow it to express as it will for you. Love yourself enough and forgive yourself for everything and anything you've ever felt bad about. This is a time for you to come to terms with yourself in a loving manner. We've all suffered in our childhood in one way or another. If it wasn't our parents, it was relatives. If it wasn't relatives, it was other people outside our immediate family. All of us went through things. And now we have to, as a mature spiritual being, look at it, heal it, forgive anybody that's ever done us wrong, and move on, move up, and move forward. These are the days given to us before the great changeover into this 5D world can happen. If we are at the top of the rung of the awake and aware, and we're not there yet, can you imagine the suffering going on for those that are fast asleep, even comatose, or just coming out of the sleep state and confused and scared? It's up to us to concentrate on what we do with our life. Everyone else has to work on their own. Otherwise, you're cheating them out of their own experience, and they'll have to keep going through these things until they be able to take care of it themselves. We steal their learning experience. Even with our children, we've done it. A child has to fall, learn to brush off their pants, and get back up and keep going. And that's what we have to do, even though sometimes we blow it. Believe me, we all do. We just have to forgive ourselves and chalk it up to this was necessary for whoever it was I interacted with and myself. Do better the next time if it hurt your heart to do what you did. But sometimes we're called to be the agitator. Sometimes we are. It doesn't make a definition of you. You're not defining yourself as that agitator. You're just serving that position with certain people. So you planned your life, crazy as it seems. Every single event was absolute. There's no mistakes in the universe. Everything is specifically designed for each one of us. This is the only way we're going to get over ourselves. Remember to always seek God first. Seek the kingdom first, and all else will be added unto you, not the other way around. You stay on your spiritual path and keep growing and evolving, lifting in frequency, and you change your world into everything you dreamed. It isn't by force. It isn't us doing it. If the universe supports us, that means we're on the right time. At the right time, we're doing what we're doing. And it means we're on track spiritually. If those two things are in order, the universe will support you in whatever it is that you came in to do. You don't have to fight and force your way to do anything or to have what you dream. It's true. Archangel Michael said, throw down your sword. The war is over. Now it's just the growth, acceptance, change, willingness to surrender to your divinity, and you will fulfill your plan. And there is a whole lot more coming. And you'd want to do it in the highest frequency that you can. Yes? That's where the joy is, and the beauty, and the success that you give yourself. We can't blame another soul for anything going wrong in our life. And if we do, we need to forgive them. We do. Because then you're forgiving a part of yourself. You needed that experience and you got it. And now it's time for us to be in peace with it, as painful as it was. And then you can find your joy, the love that passes understanding, the peace upon you, the hand of love. No more suffering, no more tears. That was a promise given to you. And that's what you give yourself. And think about how good it feels to be in a state of love and acceptance. It's so beautiful. It feels so good. It feeds your soul. To be able to be with anybody and everybody and just be at peace. Your plan is fulfilling itself. And everybody over all the years that I counseled asked me the same question. Why am I here? What is my mission? Your mission is to ascend and do everything that you can to do it diligently, effectively, and in a timely manner. Because when that door closes, whatever you chose up until that point will be where you'll be. If you love it here in 3D, you'll stay. But if you want to be the fullness of yourself, to reach that potential of a Christ, keep on your path. Keep on your path. Do it gently and lovingly. And with that, I rest my case. I never talk about anything that I haven't experienced. I wouldn't have any authority to speak that way. But I've done a lot, and I've been in every situation that a human being could be in over the many lifetimes. Starved to death, murdered, hung, you name it, at the stake. I know it all. I know the pain and agony of life, and I know the great joy. And that's what I share with you here. You don't have to believe anything I say. I want you to find all this out for yourself. But in my telling you, perhaps it will help you with your journey so that you don't have to do this without having some help along the way. I was blessed to be able to speak to others on high, and they taught me, even though I didn't listen for a long time. I thought I was just making that all up. Then I learned I didn't. We can be as stubborn as we want, as sure as ourselves as we want to be, that we've got it right and we're not going to listen. I did that too. Didn't work. You want the peace that passes understanding? Surrender. Surrender to the great one inside you. Never steer you wrong. You can trust that little voice inside you, that gut feeling. And just be still and know who you really are. And nobody can take that away from you. Not ever, not never. Forgiveness is a big part of this. Remember that. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you. For those that are listening to this on the YouTube, I would invite you to come to the forum yourself on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock and stay on, because we have the video, the song, and the quote for you to see at the end of this recording. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you.
We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, future topic suggestions, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. Know we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. Amen.
Have you ever felt like your life is part of a greater plan, a journey mapped out before you even took your first breath? In today's video, we embark on a profound exploration of the soul's journey and pre-birth planning, a concept deeply rooted in the spiritual regression work of Dolores Cannon. A pioneering figure in the field of past life regression and spiritual phenomena, Dolores Cannon's extensive research and regression therapy sessions have opened windows into the soul's experiences in past lives and the spiritual realm. In this deep dive into the spiritual aspects of our existence, we draw upon Cannon's fascinating explorations into 7 choices made by the soul before incarnating. We will navigate through the intricacies of our soul's decisions and discover how these choices shape our lives on Earth. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of the soul's journey and explore the profound implications of these choices on our current existence. 1. The decision to incarnate on Earth. In the profound journey of the soul, one of the most pivotal decisions made before our birth is the choice to incarnate on Earth. Dolores Cannon, through her groundbreaking work in past life regression and spiritual hypnosis, has uncovered remarkable insights into this process. Her extensive case studies reveal that the soul consciously chooses to experience life as a human being, a decision not made lightly, but with profound awareness and purpose. The Earth, as we learn from Cannon's subjects, is not just another planet among the countless in the cosmos. It is a unique realm of experience. The diversity and intensity of life on Earth offer a spectrum of opportunities unavailable elsewhere. Unlike more advanced, higher-density planets where existence is more harmonious and spiritually evolved, Earth presents a rare blend of challenges and joys. It is a world where the soul can experience the rawness of human emotions, the complexities of interpersonal relationships, and the stark contrast between pain and pleasure, despair and hope. These rich and varied experiences are seen as invaluable for the soul's learning and growth. Canon's research suggests that souls choose to incarnate on Earth fully aware of what the journey will entail. They understand the physical, emotional, and spiritual dimensions of human life. This awareness is not just about the inevitable struggles and hardships. It is also an acknowledgement of the profound joys and learnings that come with being human. The soul accepts this journey as a crucial chapter in its eternal quest for evolution. Furthermore, Canon's work sheds light on the notion that Earth is a school of sorts, a place where souls come to learn lessons that can only be taught through the experience of living in a physical body, within the dense, often challenging environment of Earth. The choice to incarnate here is akin to enrolling in a course where the curriculum is life itself, filled with lessons of love, loss, resilience, and transformation. 2. Embracing duality, the positive and the negative. Dolores Cannon's teachings provide a fascinating perspective on the soul's journey, particularly its desire to immerse in the duality of Earth's existence. The Earth, with its striking contrast between light and dark, joy and sorrow, represents an invaluable stage for the soul's evolution. According to Cannon's work, it is precisely this interplay of opposites that draws souls to choose life on Earth. The soul, in its quest for growth and enlightenment, seeks experiences that challenge and expand its understanding. Earth's dual nature provides an intense and varied spectrum of such experiences. On this planet, a soul can encounter the highest forms of love and the deepest expressions of fear, witness profound peace and devastating conflict, and navigate through experiences of great joy and immense sorrow. This array of experiences, encompassing both ends of the emotional and experiential spectrum, is what makes Earth a uniquely potent environment for spiritual progression. Cannon's regression cases often reveal that souls see Earth as a fertile ground for rapid spiritual advancement. The challenges and hardships faced here are not perceived as mere sufferings, but as opportunities for profound learning. It is through navigating the complexities of good and bad, right and wrong, happiness and sadness, that the soul gains invaluable insights and wisdom. These experiences, as tumultuous as they may be, are essential catalysts for the soul's ascension. From the soul's perspective, every experience on Earth, whether perceived as positive or negative by human standards, contributes to its spiritual journey. The soul understands that both the light and dark experiences are necessary for learning lessons of compassion, resilience, forgiveness, and unconditional love. These lessons, often learned in the crucible of earthly challenges, are pivotal for the soul's growth and evolution. Moreover, Cannon's work illuminates the idea that the soul's journey on Earth is not just about personal ascension, but also about contributing to the collective evolution of humanity. By embracing and learning from Earth's duality, souls aid in raising the collective consciousness, moving humanity toward a higher spiritual understanding. 3. Pre-selected family and friends. Dolores Cannon's groundbreaking work in regression therapy has unveiled some of the most profound aspects of our spiritual journey, particularly concerning our relationships with family and friends. Through her sessions, Cannon discovered that many souls make pre-birth agreements with other spirits. These agreements are about playing significant and often pivotal roles in each other's earthly lives. This intricate tapestry of pre-chosen relationships forms an essential part of the soul's evolutionary path. Cannon's research delves into the concept of soul groups, clusters of souls that repeatedly incarnate together, assuming various roles in each other's lives. These groups are bound by deep spiritual connections, often forged over many lifetimes. A member of your soul group could appear as a family member in one life, a close friend in another, or even a challenging adversary in yet another. The roles they play are diverse, but the purpose remains constant, to aid in mutual spiritual growth and learning. The idea of past life connections further enriches this understanding. Cannon's clients often recalled experiences of inexplicable familiarity or deep, instant connections with certain individuals in their current lifetime. These feelings are indicators of past life interactions, suggesting that our souls choose to journey with the same spirits in various lifetimes, each time with different lessons to learn and different dynamics to explore. Challenging relationships in particular hold a special place in this pre-birth planning. While it's comforting to think of our soul groups as sources of support and love, they are also the ones who often present us with our hardest lessons. As per Cannon's findings, it's not uncommon for souls to agree to adopt roles that may seem negative: the critical parent, the unfaithful partner, the unfair boss. But these roles are chosen for the profound lessons they bring. These challenging interactions push us to grow, learn forgiveness, develop resilience, and understand the complexities of love and compassion. Cannon's work suggests that these difficult relationships are not punishments or random misfortunes, but are instead soul contracts entered into out of love and a deep desire for mutual evolution. Each interaction, be it nurturing or challenging, is an opportunity for learning and growth. They are designed to help us overcome personal hurdles, heal past traumas, and ascend spiritually. 4. Life achievements and challenges. In the intricate journey of the soul, Dolores Cannon's work has shed light on a fascinating aspect: the concept of life plans. These are blueprints of sorts that souls create before incarnating on Earth. Through her regression therapy sessions, Cannon uncovered that these life plans include a series of specific achievements and challenges that the soul wishes to encounter for its growth and evolution. These life plans, as Cannon's work reveals, are not just about aspiring for traditionally positive experiences like success or happiness. They also often encompass a range of challenges, obstacles, hardships, and even painful experiences deliberately chosen by the soul. From a human perspective, this might seem counterintuitive. Why would a soul choose difficulty and suffering? Cannon's insights, however, illuminate that it's precisely through these challenging experiences that the soul undergoes its most significant growth. The soul, in its higher wisdom, understands that both joy and suffering are powerful catalysts for spiritual evolution. Each experience, whether labeled positive or negative in human terms, is viewed by the soul as an achievement, a stepping stone on the path to greater understanding and enlightenment. The soul knows that overcoming adversity, learning from failures, navigating through pain, and healing from trauma are as valuable as moments of triumph, love, and joy. Cannon also delves into the concept of negative life paths and their transformative potential. In her regression sessions, she encountered instances where souls chose life paths that appeared negatively oriented, paths that involve struggle, conflict, or even actions and decisions that are morally or ethically challenging. These paths are not chosen for the sake of negativity itself, but rather for the profound learning they can provide. A soul might choose a difficult path to learn lessons of compassion, resilience, forgiveness, or to resolve karmic debts from past lifetimes. 5. The journey of growth and ascension. The soul's journey through its earthly incarnation is fundamentally aimed at growth and ascension, themes consistently echoed in Dolores Cannon's extensive case studies. Cannon uncovered that the soul's ultimate goal in choosing life on Earth is to evolve and ascend to higher levels of consciousness and spiritual understanding. Cannon's work brings into focus the incredible diversity of souls that choose Earth as their arena for growth. This diversity is not random. It is a rich tapestry that contributes significantly to each soul's journey. Souls come from various realms and levels of spiritual development, each bringing their own experiences, wisdom, and challenges. This variety enriches the earthly experience, providing a multitude of perspectives, interactions, and learning opportunities. The myriad of relationships and encounters we have with these diverse souls serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us aspects of ourselves, thus facilitating deeper self-awareness and growth. Another critical aspect highlighted in Canon's findings is the flexibility of the life path. While the soul might set certain goals and challenges before birth, the path is not rigid. Free will plays a crucial role in how the journey unfolds. The soul might deviate, take detours, or even leap forward, depending on the choices made in the physical realm. This flexibility means that our earthly journey is dynamic and responsive to our actions and decisions. Canon also stresses the importance of intuition and self-development in this process. Intuition is often the voice of the soul, guiding us towards experiences and choices that align with our higher purpose. By developing self-awareness and working on personal growth, we can tune into this inner guidance more effectively. This alignment with the soul's voice not only facilitates our own evolution, but also aids in the collective ascension process. In her sessions, Canon often found that souls learn and grow most effectively when they are in tune with their inner selves and working actively on their self-development. This could involve healing past traumas, cultivating compassion and empathy, seeking knowledge and wisdom, or simply learning to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. 6. The purpose of healing karma. In the spiritual odyssey of the soul, karma plays a pivotal role, a concept extensively explored in Dolores Cannon's regression therapy work. Karma, in its essence, is the law of cause and effect, where every action, thought, and emotion has a corresponding reaction. It's a fundamental principle that guides the soul's journey, ensuring that it learns and evolves through the consequences of its choices. Cannon's work reveals that one of the soul's key objectives in its earthly incarnation is to heal and resolve its karma. This involves a process of becoming aware of karmic patterns, repetitive situations, challenges, and relationships that recur in a person's life. These patterns are not coincidences. They are the soul's way of highlighting unresolved issues and lessons that need attention. The journey of identifying and understanding these karmic patterns is integral to the soul's evolution. It often requires deep introspection and a willingness to delve into past experiences, sometimes even those from previous lifetimes. Cannon's regression sessions often brought forward memories and insights that helped individuals recognize their karmic patterns, providing a clearer understanding of their current life's challenges and relationships. Learning from these patterns is crucial. It involves understanding the reasons behind certain life choices, the consequences they brought, and the lessons they impart. This process is often about balancing past actions, making amends, and changing future behavior. For instance, if a recurring theme in someone's life is conflict in relationships, understanding and healing this pattern might involve learning lessons about communication, empathy, or self-respect. A central aspect of resolving karma, as highlighted by Cannon, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for karmic healing. It involves letting go of past grievances, forgiving oneself and others, and releasing the emotional charge associated with past events. This act of forgiveness doesn't just heal the individual, it also sends ripples of healing energy across the network of souls connected to them. Forgiveness, in Cannon's view, is not just about absolving others. It's about liberating the self from the chains of past resentments and hurts. It's a crucial step in breaking free from the cycle of karmic patterns, allowing the soul to move forward on its journey of evolution. 7. Choosing the number of lifetimes on Earth. One of the most intriguing aspects revealed in Dolores Cannon's extensive work with regression therapy is the concept of the soul choosing not only its life experiences, but also the number of lifetimes it will spend on Earth. This decision is a crucial part of the soul's long-term evolutionary plan, deeply rooted in its continuous quest for growth and enlightenment. Cannon's research provides insights into how souls, in their spiritual state, make deliberate choices about the number and nature of their earthly incarnations. Each lifetime is selected to offer specific lessons and experiences crucial for the soul's development. Some souls may choose a relatively small number of lifetimes, targeting specific experiences or lessons they wish to learn quickly. Others might opt for a more extended series of incarnations, allowing for a broader range of experiences and a gradual evolution over time. The variety of challenges and experiences chosen for different lifetimes is immense and is tailored to the unique needs and goals of each soul. In her regression sessions, Cannon discovered that souls often select life paths that offer a diverse array of experiences, from living in different cultures and socio-economic conditions to experiencing various types of relationships and personal challenges. Each life is like a chapter in a book, with its own set of characters, settings, and plots, all designed to contribute to the soul's larger story. These choices reflect the soul's understanding of the richness and complexity of life on Earth. A soul may choose a particularly challenging life to develop strength and resilience, or a more peaceful life to cultivate compassion and wisdom. The soul understands that each type of experience, whether perceived as positive or negative, contributes to its overall growth. Cannon's work also highlights the soul's incredible resilience and capability to handle the chosen life paths. Despite the difficulties and hardships that may be encountered, the soul possesses an innate strength and wisdom to navigate through them. This resilience is an inherent part of the soul, derived from its eternal nature and its connection to the universal source of energy and wisdom. As we conclude our exploration into the soul's journey and the agreements it makes before birth, it's essential to reiterate that life is not just a series of random events. Instead, it's a carefully planned journey, a tapestry of learning and growth crafted by the soul itself. Each experience, each challenge, and every joy we encounter is a part of this grand design, contributing to our evolution both as individuals and collectively as part of the human experience. Remember, your journey is unique, and every step, every turn, holds significance. Embrace the journey with curiosity and openness, and allow the wisdom of your soul to guide you towards your highest self.
I used to think I had to have life all figured out, find the meaning, what it's all about. Now I look up at the blue sky and notice all the clouds. There's so much beauty when you stop and look around. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, but that's the best part. The meaning of it all is whatever I make it, I will fly and fall. Doesn't mean I'm failing. My life is always changing, my mind is rearranging. Through it all, I will feel, embrace my beautiful journey. When I try to understand this life and the universe, I end up with so many questions and no answers. I am strong and I am kind, and I am not always right. I'm learning as I go through this beautiful life. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, but that's the best part. The meaning of it all is whatever I make it, I will fly and fall. Doesn't mean I'm failing. My life is always changing, my mind is rearranging. Through it all, I will feel, embrace my beautiful journey. All these little moments add up in my mind and bring my soul to life. It's not about a purpose, it's all about the present. In my heart I feel alive. The meaning of it all is whatever I make it, I will fly and fall. Doesn't mean I'm failing. My life is always changing,